all, good morning. Welcome to the session of DevOps. Let's get started. Fine. So in this session, we'll try to understand today's DevOps demo. In this today's DevOps demo, we'll discuss about today's agenda. Here is what is DevOps, who can learn DevOps, and job opportunities. What are the different things we can achieve in the DevOps, and what is the role and responsibilities of DevOps engineer in real-time projects. Okay. Yeah. Before going to this, let me introduce myself first. Myself, Ram. I'm having 16 years of experience in IT. Last 8 years, I'm working on DevOps practices and cloud technologies, and I'm working on multiple projects governed by the DevOps technologies. Right? Yeah. Let's get started. So basically, what is DevOps? What is DevOps? If anyone asks you this question, what would be your what is your answer? What you will tell? What is DevOps? Anyone? What is DevOps? Yeah. So DevOps is a set of practices. It is not a tool. Okay. It is a set of practices that combines software development and IT operations. Okay. Can you mute everyone? Some background noise is coming here. Fine. So it is a set of practices that combines software development and IT operations, right? Yeah, where the multiple tools are connected to each other to perform automation of all the activities. What is automation? Currently, whatever activities we are doing in real-time projects, those are manual activities. Those we can do in automated way. So by single click, we can deploy a number of applications. By single click, we can deploy the code. By single click, we can pull the code. We can push the code, right? So by using automation tools, we perform automation activities. By single click, we can perform a number of activities, right? Yeah. It's a continuous developments, continuous deployments, continuous integration, continuous testing, and continuous monitoring. What is deployments? What is integration? What is testing? What is monitoring? We'll see in further slides. Okay. Yeah. Let us go with a little bit history of DevOps. DevOps arena started nearly in 2008. It is not new process. It is very old process. So by the time we used to use very old tools, which are like Puppet, one of the tool. Puppet was the tool which was introduced nearly in 2005. Puppet is Microsoft tool. So by using Puppet, we used to do the development activities, we used to do the automation activities in 2008. Okay. So currently we have very advanced tools like Kubernetes, Docker, Jenkins, Ansible, Terraform. So currently we are using very advanced tools, right? Fine. So here we have two sections. One is developer point of view. Second one is operations. What is developer? The person who is developing the code, who is building the applications, are nothing but developers. And operations are nothing but it's a collection of all the servers which are hosted in the data center, right? So we are talking about data center, right? What is data center? Anyone? What is data center?
Where IT infrastructure are there, like servers, networking things and all.
Yes, where we hold all the infrastructure, where we configure all the infrastructure, right? Which is nothing but data center. So in our local on-premises data centers, in office floor, we configure all the switches, network, storages, right? Where we hold all the infrastructure is nothing but data center. Simply data center is a server room. You can say server room. Okay. Yeah. Next one, we are talking about data center, right? We are talking about servers. So let us take small example here, small Java project. So when you want to start any project, when you want to start any development activity, very first thing what we required servers. Server setup is required, right? So servers will be configured by admins only. Admins will set up the servers because developers will not have any knowledge on server configuration. Admins will set up the servers. So they will configure servers, they will install all the packages. Once they install the packages, they will hand over to developers to develop the applications, development activities, right? So when we talk about servers, in servers, different server groups will be there. Different server groups like development servers, UAT servers, pre-prod servers, production servers. Different server groups. Why we require this many groups here? When we talk about servers,
Like
yeah,
we need for testing, pre and production will be the main server where the actual project and real-time user are working on that production. That's why
exactly.
before we go to production, we UAT and
Yes. Yeah, correct. Yes. Yeah. So once developer develop the code in development servers, they don't directly deploy on production. Before that, some testing phase will be happened. UAT servers, QA servers will be there. In that, code testing will be happened. Once testing is completed, they will push the code to production servers. So once we move the code to production server, there we deploy the code that will be in live application, live code, right? Yeah. Fine. So we are talking about code deployment, right? So by using DevOps tools, yeah, before that, see here. So 3 developers are working on same requirement. Once development is completed, testing is completed, they will push the code to development servers. From here, the code will be tested on testing servers, peer servers. After that, we deploy the code on production servers. In pre-prod servers also, some pre-checks will be happening. Once complete that, we'll move the code to production servers. In production servers, the code will be deployed finally. Right? So this is the process every project team will follow in real time. Okay? Yeah. Now, so we are talking about deployments, right? Yeah. Here, developers will develop the code, testers will test the code, and admins will prepare the servers. Who will push the code from one environment to other environment? Here, DevOps here will push the code from one environment to other environment. This is one of the DevOps engineer roles. Code pushing, code merging.
sir, can you repeat, please? Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Can you repeat, please? Sorry for.
Yes. Fine. So actually here, developers will develop the code on development servers. Admins will prepare the servers. Admins will create the server, like install the servers, deploy the operating system, softwares, right? Testers will test the code. But here, the code will be moved from one environment to other environment. Who will move this code? Here, DevOps engineer will move the code from one environment to other environment. This is one of the DevOps engineer role. Okay. So along with this, DevOps engineers will do the automation activities. They automate the activities and they work on some tickets, issues, right? They work on different activities. So this is one of the developer DevOps engineer role. One of the role, code pushing from one environment to other environment. So we are talking about code merging, right? So by using DevOps tools, how can we merge the code? How can we push the code? We'll try to understand. Okay. So here we have, this is a local Git repository. So which is one of the DevOps tools, right? So in local Git, developers will start the development. Developers always work on the local Git, right? So they develop the code, they test the code, they modify the code. Once testing is completed, development is completed, they will push the code to remote repository, which is GitHub. Basically, what is Git? What is Git? Git is a repository tool or version control tool. Git is a repository tool or version control tool. What is repository? Where we store our data, where we save our source code is nothing but repository. What is version control system? Anyone? What is version control system? Yeah.
Version
So
control
when we
system.
talk, yeah, go ahead. Yes, version control system. What is version control system?
Version control system, like we have pushed one time of code, like one setup, like one module, like a leave attendance module. Then we complete it, and then we push the another module to the versioning control. Like first one is the level 1, and the second version is the level 2. So we have add the entity, but we cannot change the first one. So we can combine that.
Right. Fine. Yeah. So when we talk about version control system, for example, 10 developers are working on same requirement, same activity, right? So one developer is wrote code today. Yeah, one developer developed the code like x equal to 5. Another developer developed the code x equal to 10. Another developer write x equal to 15. So who developed this code? When developed this code? What purpose to develop this code? How can we identify? For example, we are 5 members. We are working on development activity. Who is doing what? How can we identify? By using version control system only, we can identify. So here, version control system will allow you to add some comment. Who did changes? When did changes? What purpose they did changes? So, for example, Ram did changes. When did changes? By 8 a.m. IST, he did some changes. What purpose did changes? Due to some production issue, did some changes. Based on these comments, it will track the version. For example, in Java, hundreds of lines code will be there in Java. Developers will develop the code. For example, one developer developed the code today. After 1 month, he come back and check. He may not understand who developed this code. Here, Git will track the version. Who developed this code? When developed this code? What purpose he developed this code? Based on these comments, Git will track the changes. Right? Yeah, version control system will track the changes. It will identify the changes. Who developed this code? When developed this code? Right? Yes. Fine. So in local, developers will develop the code. Once development is completed, testing is completed, they will push the code to remote repository. Once the code is moved to remote repository, our next tool is Jenkins. So in this flow, Jenkins is a mediated tool. It is a CI/CD tool. What is CI/CD? It's a continuous integration, continuous delivery tool, right? So in DevOps, we have multiple tools. We have different tools are there in DevOps. So each tool will not communicate other tool. All the tools are individual tools. But here Jenkins is a mediated tool. Mediated tool. It will integrate all the tools. It will communicate all the tools by installing plugins. Currently we are using in real-time projects. We are using Azure methodology. Azure methodology we are using. I'll explain while working on Git. I'll explain again. Okay. So currently we are using Azure methodology. Azure is nothing but parallel development, right? So one application will divide into pieces, bits and pieces, which are nothing but sprints. Okay, that is development terminologies. These are the development terminologies. While working on Git, again we'll explain. Okay, yeah. So earlier we used to use waterfall methodology. Currently we are using Agile methodology. In Agile methodology, development will be happened parallelly, right? So in Agile methodology, all the tools are individual tools. Jenkins is a mediator tool. It will communicate all the tools. It will integrate all the tools by installing plugins. For example, my code is available in GitHub. I want to pull this code from GitHub to Jenkins. So why we need to pull the code here? In Agile methodology, the flow will be like this only. The process will be like this only. In Agile methodology, parallel development will be happened. So by using DevOps tools, we perform the activities. Okay. So developers push the code to remote repository, which is GitHub. From here, I want to pull this code. When I want to pull this code from GitHub to Jenkins, first I need to install one plugin in Jenkins, GitHub plugin. Once I install the plugin in Jenkins, then Jenkins will start communicating GitHub. Everyone understanding, right? Everyone following, right? Any confusion here? In development environments, we use DevOps tools to deploy the code. While using DevOps tools, in DevOps, all the tools are individual tools. Jenkins is a mediated tool. It is a CI/CD tool. It will communicate all the tools. It will integrate all the tools by installing one plugin. Plugin is nothing but some software. For example, I want to pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins. I need to install one plugin in Jenkins. Then only Jenkins will communicate GitHub. Fine? Yeah. So once I receive this code from GitHub to Jenkins, whatever code is available on GitHub, when I pull the code from GitHub to Jenkins, which is raw code. Finally, our ultimate goal is the code should be deployed on application servers. Normally, for example, every development team, they develop some applications. Finally, they deploy on production servers. That is the target. For example, Flipkart is there, one of the side, digital side. So Flipkart developed by some other team. They deployed on production server. Then we are able to access that. The same way, development team, they will work on some application development. So once they push the code to remote repository, Jenkins will pull the code and it will deploy on production server, application server here. Before pulling the code into application server, so whatever code we receive from GitHub to Jenkins, which is the raw code will not understand by application servers. That is why we are integrating one more tool, which is Maven. Maven is a build tool which will generate artifacts. Artifact is nothing but archive files. For example, we receive the code from GitHub to Jenkins, which is a raw code. Raw code is unstructured code. That will not understand by application servers. That is why we are integrating one more tool, which is Maven. Maven will convert into binary file, archive file, artifact. Once it is converted into artifact, we will give back to Jenkins. Jenkins will push that artifact to application server. Here we deploy the code. Any questions up here? Anyone? Is it fine? So here, once we receive the code from GitHub to Jenkins, Jenkins will push the code to Maven. Maven will generate it as a artifact, as a single file that will be pushed to application servers. There we deploy the code, right? For example, in your laptop, you have 100 documents, PDF documents. I asked you to send those documents to me, right? So what the simplest way to send those documents to me? How can you send? You have 100 documents.
Convert into PDF and then send.
Right. Fine. So you have 100 PDF documents. If you want to send those documents to me, you will convert into one zip file and you can attach to your Gmail and send it across, right? So instead of attaching 100 documents, you can convert into one zip file.
Okay.
The same way, same functionality will work in Maven. Maven will convert into single file. Once you receive the code from GitHub to Jenkins, Jenkins will push the code to Maven. Maven will convert into single file as a war file, jar file, right? We'll give back to Jenkins. Jenkins will push that war file to application server. In application server, we deploy that war file. Fine? Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
See here. This is the way Maven will receive the code and will convert it into war file or jar file as a single file. We'll give back to Jenkins. Jenkins will push to application server or Tomcat server. We deploy the code in application server. Right? This is end-to-end process. Fine. So this is a basic build and release process. Every project team follow this. Every project team follow this same process. Right? But currently we are using advanced tools. To deploy the code, we are using very advanced tools, which are like Ansible, Chef, and Puppet to deploy the code. Right? So currently Puppet is not using in projects. Puppet is outdated. So Chef also, very few project teams they are using Chef. Most of the project teams they are using Ansible. Okay. So what is Ansible? We'll try to understand now. Before discussing about Ansible,
Sorry, sir.
I'll give you one.
Which one?
These are the automation tools: Ansible, Chef, and Puppet. So most of the project teams they are using Ansible. This is very advanced tool, very popular tool. So Chef and Puppet. Puppet is outdated. Puppet we are not using in real-time projects. Chef is very few project teams. 10% of the project teams they are using Chef. Most of the project teams they are using Ansible only. Yeah. So before
Fine, sir.
discussing about
Thank you.
Ansible, I give you a small requirement, which is like, for example, we have 1,000 servers are there. For example, we have 1,000 servers. Install Java on 1,000 servers. Okay. So these servers are not not in automation. These are manual servers. So I want to install Java on 1000 servers. What is the process I need to follow here? Let us say one server only. So how to install the Java on single server? These servers are manual servers. You can say physical servers. Okay, we are not using any scripts. We are not using any DevOps tools, right? These are manual servers. How can we start these? How can we start this one, right? First, we need to connect server, right? Connect server, right? If the server is Windows server, we use RDP, remote desktop, to connect this server. If the operating system is Linux, how can we connect?
Putting.
Through putting, right? So Windows server we can connect through RDP, remote desktop. Linux server we can connect through putting, right? Once we connect this server, after that we have to log in server, right? Login server by using username and password. Once we log in into server, after that we need to check Java installed or not, right? Once we check that, if the Java is installed, no need to install. If the Java is not installed, we have to install Java. To install Java, what we will do? First, we need to get the software, right? Setup file we need to get, right? Yeah. So in real-time projects, we don't use any pen drives. We don't use any CD drives because so firewalls will be there. Firewalls will not accept that. We don't download software from internet also because from internet also you cannot download. Firewalls will block that sites. That is why what we will do, we copy software from share folders. Share folders. Share folder is nothing but central repositories. You can copy software from central repository into server. In real-time projects, we use share folders, share points. Okay. Once we copy the software into server, after that, install Java. Once install the Java, after that, we have to set environment variables. We have to set environment variables. Without setting environment variables, Java will not work. We have to set the path, right? After that, finally, we reboot server. Without reboot also, this software will not work because once you reboot the server, changes will be affected, right? So once you reboot the server, Java will be successfully installed, right? Yeah. So for example, this is the activity. If you want to install Java on single server, we have to follow this, right? For example, if the person is having 2 to 3 years experience guy, how much time will take to perform this activity? Fresher or 2 to 3 years experience guy, how much time will take to perform this activity on single server?
Depends on server speed.
Depends on server speed. Also, minimum 30 minutes it will take. Minimum 30 minutes, right? So if the person is expert, it will take 15 minutes, right? Yeah, let us say 10 minutes. 10 into 1000 servers. It will take 10,000 minutes to perform this activity. To deploy this Java on 1000 servers, it will take 10,000 minutes. Only one activity, right? So can you mute everyone? Some background noise is coming here. Yeah, to perform this activity, Java deployment activity, Java install activity on 1000 servers, it will take 10,000 minutes. So in real-time projects, this type of request will get so many requests. We receive so many requests. So per day, 25 to 30 requests we receive. So in our project, we are 25 engineers. Everyone will get minimum 25 requests per day. So if you are doing in manual way, it will take days, weeks also. Once we receive any request or any ticket, every ticket will have some SLA. What is SLA? Anyone?
Service level agreement.
Service level agreement, right? So in real-time projects, every engineer will receive minimum 25 requests. Every request will have some SLA. SLA is nothing but service level agreement. So service level agreement means it is a timeline. Within the timeline, we have to close the ticket. Otherwise, what will happen? That will breach to next level, right? So SLA will be different SLAs are there. So based on the priority of the ticket, priority 1 ticket, priority 2 tickets, P1 tickets, P2 tickets, P3 tickets, like that, different tickets will be there. So P1 ticket will have 1 hour time to close the ticket. P2 ticket will have 4 hours time. P3 ticket will have 24 hours time. P4 ticket will have 48 hours time. So based on the priority, we have to close the ticket, right? Yeah. So if you are doing in manual way, this way, it will take days, weeks also, right? So whatever SLA you are having, that will be escalated, breached. To avoid that, we have automation tools, right? Which are like Ansible, Chef, and Puppet. So currently we are not using Puppet. So this is completely outdated. So very few project teams they are using Chef. Most of the project teams they are using Ansible. Okay. Yeah. The same requirement by using Ansible, how can we achieve? We'll try to understand. Okay. Same requirement. Java install on 1000 servers. By using Ansible, how can we achieve that? We'll try to understand. So this is my Ansible server. This is my Ansible. Right. First, I need to configure Ansible here. First, I need to configure Ansible. Once I configure Ansible, I have 1000 servers are there, right? I need to integrate with 1000 servers. I need to authenticate 1000 servers here. For example, here 300 development servers, 300 QA servers, 400 production servers, for example. These are the servers. On these servers, I want to deploy Java, right? So before deploying Java, first we need to authenticate from Ansible to development servers, QA servers, production servers, right? So here in Ansible, we use authentication method is SSH authentication. In Ansible, we use authentication method is SSH authentication. So authentications are two types. Authentications are two types, which are like key-based authentication and also user-based authentication. Two types of authentications are there. In real-time projects, we always use key-based authentication. In our test lab also, we use key-based authentication only. Right? Yeah. Once we authenticate, so how can we authenticate this? By using authentication method. So here in Ansible, what we will do, we generate one public key. So command here is keygen. We generate one public key. This key we can paste into development servers, QA servers, production servers. Once we paste this key into these servers, authentication will be established. Right? Once we authenticate from Ansible to development server, QA server, production server. After that, we need to prepare inventory groups. What is inventory? Anyone?
Where we want to install that like particular group for production, QA, and devs, where we made that group, like that is
Right.
inventory, like what we can going to be installed.
Yeah, right. So inventory is nothing but it is a server information, server group information, right? So we need to prepare inventory groups here, right? So for example, we have development servers. We have 300 servers. So we need to give 300 IP addresses like this. Okay, one by one, we have to give all the IP addresses. This is one-time activity, first-time activity, inventory preparation. Okay. So next one, QA servers. We have QA servers, 300 servers. we need to provide 300 IP addresses here. So after that, we have production servers. We have 400 servers. We need to provide 400 IP addresses like this. So we need to copy IP address, paste into inventory. So why we require 3 groups here? Because, for example, development servers required different applications like Java, Git, Maven, something. So when we want to deploy Java, Git, Maven, by the time we can select only development group instead of selecting all groups. We are segregating here. We are segregating the servers. Okay. And QA group, QA servers require some testing tools. By the time we can select testing servers only, QA servers. Right? So production servers required some prod applications. By the time we can select prod servers. Right? So that is why we require different groups here. Once we prepare the groups, after that what we will do, we need to prepare .yml script, which is nothing but playbook. So when I talk about script, don't confuse like, so this is a very simple script, very user-friendly script. Okay. So .yml script. If you want to deploy Java, we need to prepare the JavaScript in .yml format, right? So I'll show you some JavaScript, simple script. To deploy Java, what is the script here? See here. To deploy the Java, this is only the script. Just copy this, paste here. See here. To deploy the Java, this is the script. 3 hyphens, host, all, and task. These 3 lines are syntax. Every playbook, same syntax will be there. Every script, same syntax will be there in Ansible. Okay. So 3 hyphens, host, all. All means all host. I want to deploy Java on all host. So if you want to deploy Java on only development environment, you can give only dev here. Only dev. So if you give only dev, and if you trigger this playbook, only Java will be installed on only development servers.
Sorry.
Now I gave dev here. So I want to deploy Java on only development environment. So by the time I can give dev. Tasks. Which tasks? This is the task. This is the -name install Java 1.7. This is for our understanding only. Java installation. This is the main playbook. This is the main script. name equal to Java -1.7.0 openjdk space state equal to present. This is the main script. So these 3 lines are syntax. First 3 lines are syntax. I can remove this. Okay, this is for our understanding only. This is also not required. This is the actual playbook. To deploy the Java, this is only the playbook. Very simple line, right? To deploy the Java, very small playbook. So Ansible will provide you all the scripts, reusable scripts. We have Ansible Galaxy, Ansible modules. 2 websites are there. In that we'll get all the scripts. We can take that and we can customize as per the requirement and we can use. Okay. Yeah. Once we prepare this playbook, after that we trigger the playbook. We trigger the playbook. We run the playbook. To run the playbook, command here is Ansible -playbook space playbook name. Playbook name, whatever playbook you want, the file name. Once you execute this command, the playbook will be triggered. The Java will run on all the servers or whatever environments you want to run, you can run, right? Once you run this playbook, Java will be deployed on all the servers within 2 minutes only. Within 2 minutes. So normally here it will take 1000 minutes, right? In manual process, 10,000 minutes. But here within 2 minutes you can deploy Java on 1000 servers. Not only 1000 servers, you can spin up 10,000 servers also within 2 minutes. Right? By using Ansible, we can perform automation activities like this. Not only Java, Ansible will perform any activity. Okay? Yeah. Here there is an interview question. Here there is an interview question. So when I attend interviews, so many interviews I attended. When I attend interviews, right? So I got this question. So interviewer will ask you, why should I go with Ansible to deploy the Java? I can use shell scripts also. Yes, you can use shell scripts also. But what is the difference here? Interviewer will ask you, why should I go with Ansible to deploy the Java on servers? I can use shell scripts also. Yes, it is possible. But what is the difference here? Difference here is idempotency. Idempotency. This is the term. Means, so in Java, in shell scripts, when we use shell scripts to deploy the Java, what will happen? Whatever existing Java is there in the server, that will be removed first. For example, we have 1,000 servers are there. In 1,000 servers, 600 servers already Java installed. Other 400 servers not installed Java. But I selected all servers to deploy the Java in Ansible. When I select all the servers, whatever servers already installed, those will not be disturbed. Whatever servers not installed, those will be installed. That is the Ansible process. Ansible will not disturb any existing setup. It will tell you it is already there. But whereas shell scripts, first it will remove the previous version, whatever existing Java is there, then it will reinstall. For example, Java team already working on the servers. What will happen? Some disturbance will happen. That is why Ansible is very smart, very advanced tool. If it is already there, it will not redeploy again. It will tell you it is already there. Fine. That is nothing but idempotency. So this we have to explain in interview. Fine. Yeah. Any questions up to here, anyone?
No, sir. Everything is clear.
Here. So, for example, 300 servers, Java deploy on 300 servers, same process, right? Yeah. Now, let us discuss about Ansible architecture. I give you high-level architecture. So, in Ansible engine will be there. Ansible automation engine is there. Inside of this automation engine, we have inventories, modules, plugins, APIs, different components are there. As a DevOps here, we prepare the playbooks. We apply onto modules. From here, we'll apply onto post missions. While working on Ansible, we'll go deep dive, just giving high-level architecture. Okay. So as the DevOps here, we prepare the playbooks, which are nothing but YAML scripts. Okay. We apply to modules. From modules, it will be deployed on host servers. Okay. Yeah. So this is automation process. Using Ansible server, we can deploy the Java or whatever packages you want to deploy, whatever code you want to deploy. Okay. See here. So Ansible we integrate with Jenkins. If required, we can integrate with Jenkins. Right. So Ansible will work individual. If needed, you can integrate with the Jenkins. Jenkins will trigger the job. Ansible will deploy the code on application servers. Clear, right? Yeah. See here. So this is our course curriculum. Right. These are the tools we are going to learn. So we are going to cover 3 cloud platforms: AWS Cloud, Microsoft Cloud, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. AWS, Azure, Google Cloud Platform. 3 cloud platforms we are going to cover, right? So Linux basics also will be covered. Linux sessions will be there. 3 to 4 sessions will be there. In that, what is Linux? What is architecture of Linux? What is folder structure? What are the basic commands, advanced commands, deployment commands, user management? All these things will be covered in Linux. Okay. After that, Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, Ansible, Nexus, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Apache Tomcat, Python scripting also will be covered here. Okay. So after that, we are going to cover 3 live projects: CI/CD with Git, Jenkins, Maven, Tomcat. Second project is Kubernetes project. Third project is migration project or Terraform project. 3 live projects will be covered. Okay. See here, AWS, Azure, GCP, Google Cloud, DevOps and projects. Linux modules. What are the Linux modules we are going to cover? So Linux overview, architecture of Linux, Linux folder structure, origins, operating systems, right? So these are the modules we are going to cover in Linux. These are the tools we are going to discuss in DevOps. Any questions, anyone? Yeah, as a DevOps engineer, we no need to worry about coding part. We don't develop any code. We don't test any testing, right? We don't do any admin activities. So DevOps engineer role is different role. It is a automation role. DevOps engineer role is automation role, right? So anyone can learn DevOps. Even developers can switch to DevOps. Freshers can learn DevOps, and admins also switching their current role to DevOps role. Testers also switching to DevOps role, right? So there is no prerequisites here. Even Linux also we are going to work on Linux modules, right? So this is a different role. DevOps role is a different role. We work on automation activities. We work on tickets. We merge the code. We push the code. We pull the code. Yeah, someone asking
Sir,
some question here. Yeah, go ahead. Yes. Siri asking one question here. We are going to get any material after every class or reference? Yes. So every concept I provide the soft copy material. You can download it to your laptop and you can go through that, right? So every batch will have one group, WhatsApp group. So till now, yeah, 56 batches completed. So 56 batches going on. Our batch is 57 batch. Every batch will have WhatsApp group. In that, every day you will get recordings, video recordings, session recordings. Right? Once complete the session, I'll share the recording session in the group, WhatsApp group. You can download that and you can go through that and you can practice. And the material also I can share in the group one, WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group already created. So few people already registered. Once you register, you will be
okay.
added into WhatsApp group. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sorry, sir, for interrupt. And sir, for practice, we have any virtual lab or anything you may provide? Like, if we want to make a practice, like we don't have all the tools, or our laptops won't be capable to install this thing. So, is there any facility like virtual lab where we made the practice real time?
Right. Good question. So while practicing, yeah, while practicing, what we will do, we create one free tier account in AWS. In AWS only we practice. We don't require any lab here. Okay. So you need laptop and internet connectivity. That's it. You can connect to cloud in AWS only. We create one account, 1 year free account. You no need to pay anything for AWS. Okay. You create one free tier account, that is 1 year free. In that, we create servers, we deploy packages, we install Jenkins, Git, Maven, Kubernetes. These tools we install on AWS and we
And
can
what about
practice.
Ansible? Also, we may use installed on that
Yes,
AWS.
yes, Ansible also. Yes, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, every tool.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
this
So,
core tools are very advanced tools, very core tools. Okay, yeah. So we are going to learn this many tools, but we don't use all the tools in real-time projects. Only 1 or 2 tools only. If you learn this many tools, you can fit for any project, right? So every tool will go deep dive. It will take 5 days. Jenkins will take 7 days. Like that, every tool will go deep dive. Okay. So if you are good in Kubernetes, only Kubernetes, you can easily crack your interview. So if you are good in Kubernetes, you will get very good packages also. Okay. If you are good in Jenkins, you'll get very good packages, right? So either 1 or 2 tools we use in real-time projects. We don't use all the tools, right? Any questions, anyone?
Yeah, in the previous slide, when we installed the Java for 1.7 version, like we got to know what exactly the version that we want to install, and we got to do the scripting. But if you want to install a specific version and we are not sure whether in the Linux it was already installed, so that we can take that, I mean, where all these versions are available in the Linux. I mean, is there any folder or etc kind of?
Mhm. Right, right. Yeah, definitely. We'll see that while working on Linux sessions. We'll go deep dive. Okay, this is a high-level architecture, right? What are the packages? What are the versions available in the Linux server? How can we check? I'll show you. One by one,
Yeah, okay,
all
okay.
the, all the commands will execute one by one. Don't worry. Okay. while working on
Okay,
Linux
thank you.
systems. And yeah, someone asking some question here. Can MBA non-IT students also can learn this course? Yes. In my batches, in my previous batches, 50% of the students, non-IT guys, freshers only. Okay. Anyone can switch to DevOps. DevOps not required any prerequisites. Anyone can learn DevOps. Yeah, in my previous batch, currently 56 batches going on, 55 batch. Okay, so nearly 50 members are there. Every batch minimum 35 to 50 members will be there. Okay, so non-IT guys, 4 guys, their background is one is a civil engineer, one is a mechanical engineer. So 2 are MBA graduates, and 1 person is BCom graduate. Out of 5 guys, 4 guys cracked the interviews. They won. 1 person went for proxy. Okay, so anyone can learn DevOps. Anyone can learn DevOps. You can easily crack your interview. So once complete our course, you can showcase minimum 3 years experience. That level of training will be provided. Okay, once complete our course, 3 months course, in your resume, 3 years experience you can showcase. If you are a fresher, right? So how can you showcase your experience? How can you show your knowledge? I'll guide you. Okay. Yeah.
So do
Someone
you
asking.
provide any lab assistance if you come there?
Yeah. Lab will be created in AWS only, cloud only. Right. Lab will be created in cloud only. You just connect to cloud. You can practice in the cloud. How to connect cloud? How to create account? How to
In the
work on
cloud, but
that?
I mean, even if we are coming to institution, then will you? I mean, is there someone else to guide us?
I'll guide you. I'll guide you. How to connect cloud?
Okay,
How
okay,
to
thank
create account? How to practice? I'll guide you.
you. Okay.
Yeah, so you can place, yes, live projects in your resume. Yes, while attending interviews, you can place these live projects. Okay, yeah. And one more thing, can you provide your email address and phone number, everyone, so that we'll send you recording session. We'll send you recording session and the documents
Oh,
also. Can you provide everyone your phone number and email address here in the chat?
where we? Okay, chat.
Yeah, sure. And
Go to meeting
can
chat.
you please just can you please just let us know what roles we'll be able to apply by the end of this course? What roles do we have and what?
Sure, sure. We'll discuss that. Yes, we'll discuss that.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes.
Sir, actually, I'm right now working in a networking company, IT networking company in Bharti Airtel. So, sir, it's not possible for me to attend live sessions every day. So, sir,
Okay.
can I cover up this by the backup recording video which we will send to us?
Yes, yes,
Or,
yes.
sir, if
Every day
some,
you'll get
or if
recording session, right? So you can go through the recording session. Once complete the session, we provide you recording session to your email address and WhatsApp number also. So we add into WhatsApp
okay,
group.
sir.
The group will post the recording session. You can download into your laptop and you can go through that.
Oh, okay, sir.
So I just sent my mobile number and the email ID. So can you confirm? My name is Ashok. Whether you received or not?
Yeah, just yes, yes, I got this. Yes. Yeah. So take down
Okay.
my mobile number. Take everyone, you can take down my mobile number. So my mobile number is 96422111711. This is my number, personal number. So trainers will
Sir,
not share their personal numbers. Okay. Yeah.
nine
I
six
can
four double two.
Sir, can you repeat?
in the chat. I put that number 96422111711. So trainers never share their personal numbers, but we share our numbers. So every student will have my number. Okay, you can reach out to me
What's your
anytime.
good name, sir? Sorry,
My name is
sorry for
my
that,
name
but
is
what's your good name?
Ram. Okay, you can save my number. If you have any queries, if you have any doubts, you can reach out to me. After 10, I'll be free. Okay, you can call me, you can WhatsApp
Sir,
me. So I will give you
everyday
response.
timing will be the same. Is there because right now I'm in Oman, but the timing is there is 1.5 hour gap between Oman and India, so there will be
Okay.
little getting confused. Is there any evening batches are there?
Currently, there is no evening batch. One batch is going on. Once complete that, we'll start evening batch. Maybe it will take 20 days to 1 month time. Okay, currently, there is
Okay.
no evening batch.
Be-
It is already in the ending
Actually,
stage.
sir, this timing is very difficult for me. That's the reason I.
Okay, okay. You can save my number. So I'll put WhatsApp status sometimes while starting the batch. Right? You can you can find out that. Okay, if you
Okay,
require any
but
evening
this batch
batch,
will be the same time, right?
same time, 8 to 9. This batch will be same time, 8 to 9 a.m. IST.
So
And
Ram,
sir,
from tomorrow class will start.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Batch
Okay.
is
Thank you.
started from today onwards. It will not be postponed.
Uh, oh, okay, Ram. Thank you. We'll
So
follow up on
Saturday,
that.
Sunday also available in class.
Can you come again?
Saturday, Sunday also available in class is there.
No, no,
Saturday,
no.
Sunday.
Monday to Friday only. These sessions are Monday to Friday only. 90 days course. This course is 90 days, 3 months course.
Okay.
Yeah, Monday to Friday only sessions. Saturday, Sunday, no sessions.
I sir, do you have any fast track options in this
Yes,
course?
yes. Fast track also there. We are going to start fast track in next week, next Wednesday, 18th.
Can you please
18th,
provide the details for me?
sorry?
Can you please provide the details for me?
Yes, you can
Fast track
WhatsApp me.
how many days?
You can WhatsApp me, I'll provide. Same content will be there. Same course content. Fast track is 2 hours per day. So normal track is 1 hour per day, 8 to 9 a.m. Fast track is 2 hours per day. Fast track timings are 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. IST. Daily 2 hours. Monday to Saturday, not Monday to Friday. Fast track would be Monday to Saturday. Because within 35 days, you have to complete that course. Right?
Where is it? Where is it starting, sir? Fast track class.
18th May, next Wednesday. It will start next Wednesday.
Okay. Thank you.
Can we get fees details about fast track and normal?
Sorry?
Can we get fee details
Yeah, fee details,
about?
right? So normal
Yes.
track fee would be 18,000, 18K, right? Fast track 28K. Because within 35 days, we have to complete the course, right? Fast track. So fast track will be limited people only, maximum 15 members. Normal track, 35 to 50 members will be there, right?
Hey, Ram, this is Shiva.
Yeah.
Yeah, in industry, what is the, say, there is the different role for the AWS and DevOps, or same role will we work on for AWS and DevOps, like cloud and DevOps, or different admins will work?
Right. Fine. So currently, DevOps engineer will handle the cloud also. DevOps engineers are
Oh,
handling cloud also. There is
okay,
no different role for cloud. There is no different role for DevOps. So
okay.
admin roles already gone. No admins are
Mm.
available currently.
Yes.
DevOps engineer will handle the cloud platform also. Can you mute
Mm.
everyone? Some background noise is coming here. Yeah, DevOps here will handle the cloud platforms also, right? There is no other role, cloud role. So earlier, 3 years before, so cloud engineer, AWS engineer, Azure engineer, that was there. But currently,
Mm.
only DevOps here will handle the cloud platforms also. So why we are going to learn this many platforms, 3 platforms here? Why we require 3 cloud platforms here? Every company, at least 2 platforms they're using. Every project team, at least 2
Mm.
platforms they're using. So if you are
Okay.
good in 3 platforms, you can crack any interviews.
Okay.
Easily you can crack into it. Three platforms are same functionality. Cloud is same everywhere, but terminology will be different. If you understand AWS, you can understand Azure and Google Cloud also,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
Any other questions, anyone?
Hi, sir. I just wanted to know, are we gonna start AWS first or DevOps first?
AWS first. First, we
Okay,
discuss
sir.
about basics. Basic sessions will be there, like what is server, what is switch, what is network, right? So basic sessions will be there, 2 to 3 sessions. After that, slowly we'll enter into AWS. Then we don't directly go to AWS, we don't directly go to DevOps. Once we start AWS, how to create account, how to log in into AWS account, how to create infrastructure, slowly we'll enter into AWS. Once complete the AWS, then we'll work on Linux. Once complete the Linux, we start DevOps. Once start the DevOps tools, then we'll come back to Google Cloud. We don't discuss all the platforms one at a time, right? Once complete the DevOps, we'll come back to Google Cloud and Azure. After that, we'll be having general sessions like what is ticketing tool? Yeah. What is ticketing tool? What is roles and responsibilities? Right? What is email communication? General sessions will be there. Right? Once complete that, then we'll work on projects and Python scripting. It will take 3 months time. Right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So one more question. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, please. Yes.
So as you said, yeah, you will give the license for the virtual machines to do the practice. So the practice will be start end of the training, or you will give the any assignments in middle of the training.
Parallelly, we practice. So theoretical session will be there, practical also will be there. In my console, in my AWS console, I'll show the practical session. In your console, you can practice, right? And I'll give you some tasks also. Once we start working on DevOps, I give you tasks, small tasks. You can practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning. Go ahead, please. Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Sir, I have
Yeah.
only one question.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm looking for AWS only because I have an opportunity in AWS. So should I continue this course or should I choose another one?
Fine. So currently, only AWS. If you learn only AWS, there is no openings outside on AWS. So if you want to move internally, internal projects, that is a different case, right? So if you want to try only on AWS, there is no openings outside. There is no jobs. Only on AWS. At least you require 3 platforms, cloud platforms, and also Jenkins Kubernetes required. Then only you can easily crack your interview. Okay. So if you want to, learn only AWS, there is no AWS only here. We are designed like this because you can fit for any platform, any tools.
That should be fine. Thank you, sir.
Fine. So here training support, daily we provide you recordings, FAQs, frequently asked questions, challenges, right? Supporting documents, one-to-one support, sample projects, resume support. I prepare your resume. And technical support. If any technical issues are there, I provide you support. Fine.
Even sir, you may help in preparing CV also.
Sorry, can you come again?
You may help to prepare in CV as well.
CV, yes. I prepare your CV. Yes.
Oh, that's really great.
Fine. Yeah.
Thank you,
So
sir.
every
Have a
batch.
nice day.
Fine. Okay. Fine. So here every batch will have WhatsApp groups. I'll show you quickly, and we'll close in 1 minute. See here. So 53 batch, 52 batch, 56 batch, like this. Every batch will have WhatsApp group. This is 56 batch, last batch, 7 a.m. batch. See here, how many participants are there here? 39 members. like this, minimum 35 to 50 members will be there. Right? Fine. Any questions, anyone? Any last question?
Hello, Ram. Do we get any
Yeah.
kind of placement support as well?
Yeah, we refer some companies. We provide some companies. You can apply to the companies and you can attend the interviews. So we have one Telegram group. We have one Telegram group. In that, we'll add you into that. So you get some opportunities. You'll get some openings, some companies. We refer that. You can apply to that. You can attend the interviews. So
That's
you can
great.
crack your interview easily. If it is unable to crack, if you are unable to crack the interview, we'll give you other support also. Don't worry. Fine. Yeah. So tomorrow also same timing. Tomorrow AWS introduction will be there. Cloud introduction will be there.
Sorry for
What is
interrupting,
the
sir. There is one last question, if you don't mind.
Yes.
Sir,
Go ahead, please.
after doing this course, we may need any certification, or we
Yes.
may just directly go through the interview.
Certification is not
I
mandatory.
think,
Certification is not mandatory. If you have certification, it would be added advantage. It is not
yeah,
mandatory.
but which are the certification we may add?
I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, definitely I'll explain tomorrow.
Okay, sir. Fine.
In tomorrow's session, I'll
Okay,
show you
fine.
what are the
Thank you.
certifications required. Okay, fine.
Okay, fine,
Yeah,
sir.
so
Thank you.
tomorrow also
Have a nice
same
day.
time will be, you can connect same URL tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we'll discuss about cloud introduction. Okay, fine. Yeah, so if you
Okay,
have any
fine.
questions, anything you want to discuss, you can call me, WhatsApp me to my number so that we'll discuss. Fine. Yeah,
Okay, fine,
I
sir.
have
Thank
other
you.
batch, 9 o'clock batch. Okay, so we
Thank you
wind
so
up
much.
here. Tomorrow we'll connect at 8 a.m.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
Bye.
sir. Bye, sir.
Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you, sir.